HBO Max has established itself as an essential streaming platform for excellent TV, but some of their best series are hidden gems that you may have never heard of. Of course, we all know the platform as the primary resource for the best HBO shows of all time, but several of HBO's original series are now available on Netflix, too, arguably diluting HBO Max's brand. However, there are still many titles you can only find on HBO Max, from some of the golden age of television's best crime dramas to Emmy-winning HBO Max original shows. But what's even more exciting is the treasure trove of spectacular TV that you haven't heard of, from a Steven Soderbergh mystery to one of the 21st century's most disturbing thrillers. And they're all exclusively available on HBO Max. Tokyo Vice 2022-2024. If you love neo-noir but are tired of the genre's offerings always being set in Los Angeles or New York, check out Tokyo Vice. Taking place in the titular town, the two-season crime drama sees American journalist Jake Edelstein, Ansel Elgort, investigating the dangerous world of the Japanese Yakuza. Tokyo Vice is based on a true story, adapted from Edelstein's memoir of the same name. Neo-noirs live or die by their atmosphere, which Tokyo Vice has in spades with its gritty, neon aesthetic. Admittedly, Tokyo Vice is definitely a slow-burn series, so those looking for fast thrills may not be entertained. But those who appreciate a character-driven noir with a great look will find a lot to appreciate in Tokyo Vice. The Other Two 2019-2023. Between The Other Two and Hacks, HBO Max has cornered the market on deep yet hilarious showbiz sitcoms. But whereas the latter has won multiple Emmys and is incredibly popular, few people have heard of the former. This is wryly ironic because The Other Two is about two struggling millennial siblings living in the shadow of their recently internet-famous 13-year-old brother. You'll spend just as much time empathizing with Brooke, Helen York, and Kerry Dubek, Drew Tarver, as you will laughing at their misadventures, and York and Tarver hold their own against the always sensational Molly Shannon as their spotlight-hungry mother, Pat. The Other Two's third and final season also achieved a rare 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, cementing its excellence. Full Circle 2023. From the Ocean's movies to the Magic Mike franchise, you're probably familiar with many Steven Soderbergh movies. But the acclaimed director also makes the occasional TV show, including this 2023 limited series. Full Circle is a crime caper with a star-studded ensemble cast, and centers on the botched kidnapping of Jared Brown, Ethan Stoddard, the teenage son of the wealthy Derek, Timothy Oliphant, and Sam, Claire Danes. With a cast like this, it's astonishing that Full Circle didn't get more attention. Oliphant and Danes continue to prove why they're two of TV's best actors, while Zazie Beetz shines as Melody Harmony, the dogged detective working Jared's case. Jim Gaffigan is also in top form as Melody's beleaguered boss, Manny Broward, making the comedian's dramatic turn a major highlight. 30 Coins 2020-2023. While its competitor Netflix has a ton of excellent international series, HBO Max's non-American library is much thinner, making 30 Coins a rare highlight. Exorcist Father Vergara, Eduard Fernandez, is at the heart of this Spanish mystery horror series, as the exiled priest teams up with the local mayor and veterinarian when disturbing paranormal activity starts taking place in his new town. Fans of Mike Flanagan's many Netflix horror series will find a lot to like with 30 Coins, which is every bit as frightening while still remaining its own unique series. Make sure to watch both seasons, as Season 2 introduces ruthless billionaire Christian Barbrow, played with delightful villainy by Paul Giamatti. My Brilliant Friend 2018-2024. From Band of Brothers to The Leftovers, HBO Max is full of TV book adaptations that perfectly capture their source material, and My Brilliant Friend is a drama series that deserves to be in conversation with these other great shows. Based on Elena Ferrante's series known as the Neapolitan novels, My Brilliant Friend is an exquisite coming-of-age friendship tale of two women growing up in Naples, Italy. My Brilliant Friend is the first book in Ferrante's series, and was awarded the #1 spot in the New York Times list of 100 best books of the 21st century. With an accolade like that, it's hard to believe that so few people have heard of its television adaptation. But make no mistake, My Brilliant Friend's highbrow literary source material doesn't make it dry, and it's as captivating as it is gorgeous to look at. Los Espookies 2019-2022. From the hilarious minds of Fred Armisen, Julio Torres, and Ana Fabrega, Los Espookies is an irreverent, gut-bustingly funny love letter to the horror genre. Though all three creators appear in the show, it belongs to Bernardo Velasco, who plays the horror-obsessed Reynaldo. Together with his friends, Reynaldo forms the titular business, devoted to manufacturing thrills and chills for a variety of occasions. Los Espookies dials up the wacky factor to an 11, and in this regard, it shares a lot of oddball similarities to Armisen's acclaimed series, Portlandia. The humor is definitely not for everyone, which may account for Los Espookys only lasting for 2 seasons, but those who have enjoyed Armison's other series will love the show, and be eager to see what's coming next for Torres and for Braga. I May Destroy You 2020. Michaela Cole's 2020 limited series, I May Destroy You, is a tough sit, but it's one of the most underrated, brilliant shows of the 2020s. Based on her own real-life experiences, Cole plays millennial writer and icon Arabella, who is sexually assaulted after being drugged during a night out. The series chronicles Arabella's attempts to piece together the night and process her trauma. I May Destroy You is definitely a TV show that you can only watch once, and this may have turned some people off of it, but the series deserved more attention than it got because of its nuanced yet candid approach to its heavy themes. For those who found shows like Baby Reindeer and Adolescence as profound as they were disturbing, I May Destroy You should be at the top of your watch list. Carnival 2003-2005. A series that deserves to be mentioned in the same breath as other classic HBO shows like The Sopranos, Carnival is a fantasy series every bit as dark as it is mysterious. Set during the Great Depression in America's Dust Bowl, a location not seen in a lot of series, the show centers on Ben Hawkins, Nick Stahl, a young man with healing powers who joins a traveling carnival. 11 years before Game of Thrones premiered, Carnival had all the ingredients to become HBO's first smash hit fantasy series. Sadly, like many prematurely cancelled shows in the genre, its viewership numbers couldn't match its ambition, and it was cancelled after 2 seasons. But Carnival is a quintessentially American series that's just as worth watching as HBO's epic George R.R. Martin adaptation. Station 11 2021 Ian Watson copyright symbol HBO Max courtesy Everett Collection. Post-apocalyptic shows are nothing new, but Station 11 is a masterpiece of the sci-fi subgenre. Rather than showing its world through the eyes of a chosen one or a gritty antihero, the series, based on the acclaimed Emily St. John Mandel novel of the same name, centers on a group of traveling actors seeking to bring art to displaced communities. Station 11 is an incredibly poignant,